It was just before 3 in the 5600 block of South University. Maddie says a confrontation happened and the suspect demanded her phone before flashing the gun. The pair got into a tussle.
I was grabbing for maybe my phone, maybe the gun. It's really like a blackout moment for me. And I realized that I was able to grab the magazine out of the gun.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
The loaded magazine now in police custody, Maddie says, and she hopes it will help solve the crime.
And this will keep happening because of certain laws. If you defend yourself and the person falls and hits his head, you will be arrested. If you chase a person that was running away and he falls down, you will be arrested. If you defend yourself with a knife instead of a wooden spoon in your house, you did something with intention and you will be arrested. So I'm not surprised anymore that most men just clean their hands and be like,
bye, have a great time.
And let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
I bet the media ain't happy about that because they had a different answer they found on Wikipedia.
Looks like San Francisco is going to be the only store to lock everything up. I just spoke to some Target employees and they just confirmed with me that they will be rolling this out to every Target location in the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's very simple. If you let people rob under 900 euros and you say it's a petty crime, hey, well, this.
So many Republicans in Manhattan, so many Trump supporters in Manhattan. Does that surprise you?
No, not at all. It's turning now. Trump's turn again.
What's your message to Joe Biden?
F*** you.
Oh. Edward Strife says he gave this evidence to Verona police who weren't on duty then but are now investigating. Hours before this, police confirm an assault here near the bathrooms at a ball field. During this crime, like the robbery, no Verona officers were on duty. The state police confirmed troopers from their Coriopolis barracks responded. They won't disclose how long that took.
That was really bad.
But in January,
PSP is currently covering Verona.
when we told you about this crash where Verona was dispatched but officers weren't on duty,
PSP's ETA is about an hour.
the response time for help frustrated residents and has been a concern now for months.
To call the state police for something happened right over the hill like that, that's crazy.
To all the people supporting defund the police, thank you. You affected the poor people, especially those living in the gated community.
He credits the Aware Network with recently helping find a missing girl with autism by inputting her description.
Wearing a red top and black bottoms.
And just 3 minutes after the 911 call,
I was able to see her crouching down behind a vehicle, trying to hide from people.
From a fire to a stabbing rampage, the system's AI capability recognizes anything out of the ordinary, often flagging it before 911 is called.
Going to be a social credit system, and if you don't do the right nice things, you can even board the train.
You're hurting me!
Just don't lift me.
You're hurting me! Ow! 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 Help! Help!
What did the ex-KGB say about the people that are supporting the Marxists? What happens to them?
But they may turn into the most bitter enemies of Marxist-Leninists when they come to power. And that's what happened in Nicaragua. You remember most of these former Marxist-Leninists were either put to prison or one of them split and now he's working against Sandinistas. It happened in Grenada when Maurice Bishop was already a Marxist. He was executed by a new Marxist who was more Marxist than this Marxist. Same happened in Afghanistan when first there was Taraki, he was killed by Amin, then Amin was killed by Babrak Karmal with the help of KGB. Same happened in Bangladesh when Mujibur Rahman, very pro-Soviet leftist, was assassinated by his own Marxist-Leninist military comrade.
Well, Marxists, now you know what's going to happen to you.
Right to jail, right away.
What about the military folks that are getting out of the military and they have to go through all the lines and start all over again even though they have credentials? So my question, pretty simple, Why would we fast track them and we won't do it for our military?
They have the advantage of speaking the language, most of our military folks. So these folks that we're really working on may not have that. So it's going to be really difficult for them to say, yes, I used to be an electrician in my country. I'm just using mine, which is Somalia. But that might not really fall into our laws that we have in this country.
And what about the military folks?
Yep. I guess learning English isn't an advantage anymore, because if you learn English, you can speak it. If you don't, they can translate the message for you. Wheels falling off planes, and now I have to look forward to a doctor that has a C in biology. What could go wrong? I mean, I don't want to laugh. I want everybody to be happy, but I'm like, come on, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I asked her. Stop.
Postpartum rage is real and scary. Maybe. Or you might have watched too many movies because it seems so easy. Or too many people told you baby sucks, they are a job, it's a hassle, and maybe you will never enjoy your life. Maybe. Because personally, I believe I've been lied to, my wife believes she's been lied to, and we both agree if we knew how much fun we're having right now, we would have had 4 instead of 2. We consider literally all that smoking and drinking a waste of time. And before anybody tells me you needed to find yourself, no, we need to stop believing people's lie. They told us to do this so they feel included because they wanted to wild out. Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Just hundreds of Islamists are demonstrating in Hamburg, Germany. They are demanding that the caliphate is established in the country. The organization behind the protest is called Muslim Interactive and is monitored by the authorities but not banned. Okay.
Trying to be politically correct.
Why don't we put white people on islands so that we reduce their population?
Here's the thing, though. It would quickly become the best island, and then all you guys would just want to come to it.
Get back! Get back! I have a gun! Get back! Get back! I will Hurry!
What did you do?
No! Because you're in my house!
I knew I was the only thing between me and my granddaughter.
Tenon then tells the suspect she'll help him.
I will get you water, but if you hurt me, I'm going to shoot you again.
And I held pressure on his wound.
This woman, who did everything she could to protect her granddaughter, turns her attention now to the man who just moments before threatened her.
God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Tenon begs the dispatcher for help.
Oh, God, this is not happening. Where are the police?
Well, I hope she's not calling that police is going to arrive 1 hour late.
CSP's ETA is about an hour.
Hands up! Hands up!
Minutes later, officers move in, dragging Rivetta out.
I firmly believe that God was watching over us.
Rivetta is now facing a long list of charges on top of his lengthy rap sheet.
I would like for him to be held to the fullest extent. I absolutely do not want the DA's office giving him a plea deal.
That's racist.
Christianity is all about empathy, but there's also consequence because, hey, children are the most beautiful gift that God has provided to us.
Granddaughter is struggling from that night. Megan is her mother.
She's scared of the dark and not like normal 4-year-olds. She won't walk down hallways that are dark by herself. When a 4-year-old is asking you if the doors are locked at night and if the alarm is set.
That's racist.
Rivetta was back in court today where a judge finally ordered him to remain behind bars. Rivetta had a warrant out for his arrest after police say in July he was found passed out in a stolen car. But even with 5 previous felony convictions, a judge released him days later. Then he failed to appear in court. He was arrested again in September and released again. He didn't appear in court in October, yet when he was arrested, he was released again.
What's wrong with you?
He has been on the run since and now faces more burglary and car theft charges. Judge Joseph Montano ordered Rivera to stay behind bars.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want me to stop talking about my frustration, all the government has to do is create the proper consequence, and I would just stop making YouTube videos.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush, hash, purple, skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, turloqueta, verdeta, welcome.